I herewith resume this meeting of the Island Council of St. Eustatius for today, the 16th of October, 2025. We have just had a disturbance of our live broadcast via Facebook, and I am informed to advise the general public to be mindful of the language that is used on the social media platform, because it is possible that the interruption could be caused if someone flags the type of language that could be used. So I'm not trying to limit anyone's democracy, but we need to also be mindful, because on the social media platform, certain remarks can be flagged, and then it can cause the interruption or disturbance of the live broadcast. I continue with you, Councilman Van Putten. You left off at 1 minute and 26 seconds.
Madam Speaker, like I was saying, that Mr. Kadams came back then and he removed the government based on a lot of insinuation. Only months later, we saw that he was caught with his pen down for using his position as a former commissioner in his province to benefit himself. But yet they come here, they complain, they point out, and they accuse you, and then they have a lot of jagabats around here who seemingly fall for the set of nonsense that they come with. Speaker, I want to say to the people of Station, and I know a lot of people cuss me every single day, but thank God you have a man like me who's willing to sacrifice me, sacrifice my family, to stand up for the interests of the country. People must come to the realization that it's not going to be as easy as they think. There are difficult days ahead. And I mentioned that the Kingdom representative will have more power than the Island Council. Their safety will give unsolicited advice to government that they didn't ask them for, and you will be expected to carry it out. People must wake up. A lot of our young people, Madam Speaker, whether I agree with them or disagree with them, and I have always made sure that our local people are in the lead position. They would put you on the side like what I'm seeing going on in certain islands here in the Dutch Caribbean. Not just in the public entities, but even in Curacao, Aruba, and Bonaire. We are the one to have the control. Speaking like we had a good day. I give credit to the commissioner for his budget and presenting his education ordinance, but I'm shocked and amazed that members of the Executive Council doesn't have a position as far as this Falbest is concerned, and what we are doing here at this point in time. Because all of us went to Holland, and all of us understand what is at stake. So I'm shocked, I'm at a loss that the commissioner, the only commissioner sitting here today, even though he's not responsible for Constitution of here, doesn't have a position. But again, I'm saying as an Island Council faction, in the meantime, the opposition have left on such an important function, and it is good that the people know this as well. Know this as well. But again, I'm saying time is longer than wine. And I am proud of my colleagues that together we could ban and stand and defend the homeland. Because if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it for us. And again, I'm saying that this motion sends a clear message to the Hague. And if we sit back and roll over and play then this Island Council and future Island Council could pack up and go home. Because you would be just as an empty shell and using a name, but you wouldn't have no power. And a Dutch European appointed civil servant would have all the authority over the affairs of this island. May it please you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Councilman Clyde Van Putten. I move to our second speaker in round 2 on this topic, revision of the Walbest and the Finbest. Councilman Derek Simmons, you may address the meeting.
I'll be short. We live in a world of information, technology. Many years ago, when you needed information, you'll go to the library and you'll get the information there. Now, any time, day or night, whatever you have a question, you can Google it and get billions of information if you want. So sometimes, I just wonder when people, say that, they're not informed, they're not aware, because sometimes it just takes an effort to go and look and see what's happening. We're dealing with a system. My colleague there spoke about dualism. And I gave the state secretary once when he was here a little Dutch history where dualism came from. My colleague says some people probably were shocked the way it brought over, but it's history. History, the way I look at history, is not good, not bad. It's just facts. And sometimes I might have history in my family that looks bad, but there's nothing I can do about it because it is what it is. We're dealing with a situation where we are trying to govern. To govern, we have to talk to each other and make agreements. It's very disheartening where over and over you will sit down with partners from the other side to hear it have changed. People call that moving the goalposts. But it is what it is. It's moving the goalposts. In a few weeks' time, I asked others if they have gotten their voting cards. They go to the polls to elect representative on the other side, I call it. It wouldn't surprise me the day after now we're looking at different people coming with different views, have to talk about new agreements. You cannot govern that way. It doesn't make sense. And once they realize that, and sometimes it comes, to me, change have to start with us, with the individuals, and they got to realize that the behavior that has been going on and on for hundreds of years, it has to change. If it don't change, then, when you read the UN Charter, it says it there. It's going to end in destruction. And that's where we're heading. And so they believe that they have the power. Like my colleague said, we were told Bepal, and I asked the question about taxes. Belasting wet best. That describe all the taxes they collected. But yet you have a letter that was signed by 2 state secretaries where those taxes you find in that law is not mentioned. And to me, that's very concerning. And I keep asking the question, where are the amounts that goes along with those taxes? And I keep saying, it wouldn't surprise me that they are making a profit on these islands. So if you are making a profit, then we are the ones who's paying. So if we are the ones who's paying, then we are the ones supposed to have a say on what we're doing. But the reality is I believe change is difficult, especially when it's someone who is wealthy don't want to be poor. They probably end their life before they go into poverty. It's easy to go from poverty to being rich than going from rich to being poor. To me, that is the facts. And I hope that, we can find each other one day and could sit down and trust each other that what we are talking about, what we are agreeing, will be a lasting agreement. And like I said, when it comes to the motion, I will vote for. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Derek Simmons. Final speaker in this round is Councilman Glenville Schmidt.
Hello? Yes. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield my time.
This brings us to the end of agenda point 9, which is the revision of the Walbest Finbest. There is a motion on the table. The motion has already been read. I will now give the members of the Island Council the opportunity to decide if you will vote by acclamation or otherwise, hoofdelijke stemming, or you want to do the hoofdelijke stemming or by acclamation?
Madam Speaker, I think that this vote is so important. So I want the world here, because if I ask for a roll call, then the public will get more educated, but I'll leave that for the moment. But we have 3 members sitting in this Island Council here this evening, and for the books of history, I would like to have vote by
Acclamation.
not acclamation, hoofdelijke stemming.
Hoofdelijke stemming. Then, Councilman Van Putten, you are the first in line to express your vote.
Madam Speaker, like I said before, that our democracy is at stake. Our forefathers sacrificed through blood and tears, sweat and tears, for us to be here where we are today. And I don't believe in the business about turning the grave, because once you're dead, you're dead. But I think that if they knew, they would be worried and they would be ashamed. I think even the founding fathers of the Democratic Party will be ashamed to see how their party is behaving today and handling such a serious matter, because I do believe that they do believe in that right of democracy and to be able to lead out and defend the interests of their homeland. Speaker, it is a serious matter. I understood that there was a town hall meeting. I want to thank the Khalifir and our office for taking the initiative and organizing it. And like I said, it was the first step. I regret I couldn't be there because of having to be overseas for health reasons. But the fight will be a long fight. And like I said before, whatever it takes, if it means invoking our right to self-determination, we are prepared to do this, because it's about the future of the people of this country. And having said that, I proudly vote for this motion that is now on the table. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Clyde Van Putten. You may now express your vote, Councilman Derek Simmons.
I vote for.
Thank you, Councilman Simmons. And final vote to be expressed is by Councilman Glenville Schmidt.
Thank you. I vote for the motion.
The motion is herewith carried unanimously because there are 3 members, and that's the majority needed to carry this motion. And I herewith conclude agenda point 9 for today. Agenda point 10 regards announcements by the Island Governor and the Executive Council. Commissioner Ruben Merkman, are there any announcements on your part? You may speak.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to inform the council that I'll be off island for the upcoming week, starting tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Merkman. As Island Governor, I would also like to share the same information as the Commissioner. I'd like to be a little more thorough. The Commission and I are joining the program managers in the United States as part of the preparations towards 2026 for the 250th anniversary of the first salute, among other things. Also, last Island Council meeting, I remain indebted to a question that was asked by you, Councilman Clyde Van Putten. I committed during that meeting that I would either send it in writing or I would use the next meeting to give an answer to your question. I believe at that meeting, last Island Council meeting, you asked the question pertaining why I use Golden Rock song and not anthem or national anthem. So I want to state for the record that if you would go on overheids.nl, that is where all the laws of the kingdom as well as of the islands, it's all registered there. And under the heading Lokale Wet en Regelgeving, I could put my hand on eilandbesluit, houdende algemene maatregelen, regelende het vaststellen van het nationale volkslied, aangeduid als Golden Rock Song, St. Eustatius National Anthem. And Golden Rock Song is between quotation marks. So I have always, chairing this meeting, used the expression the Golden Rock Song, and I want to state here it is not in any way to diminish the role of Statia's national anthem, but we also recognize that around the world, the national anthems generally carry a name. And for me, the Golden Rock Song is very dear to my heart. So I just want to conclude that I used what is between the quotation marks for the Golden Rock Song. So I remained indebted to you, and I thought I should express this here for this meeting. On that note, I want to invite us all to please stand as an Island Council after a lengthy day of discussion, having made very important decisions for and on behalf of the government of St. Eustatius. Let us now pay our respect to the national anthem, the Golden Rock Song. This meeting is herewith officially closed.